Once again, please welcome back this evening's MC, Diane Rehm.
So have you all been looking at those beautiful sculptures? All right, now to help us present the 2015 Senator William Proxmire Award, please welcome Dr. Jason Brandt, Director of Copper Ridge Institute, and John Polatz, CEO of PS Lifestyle, and tonight's visionary sponsor.
Thank you, Diane. I'm honored to be a part of tonight's event and even more honored to present this evening's highest award. Generosity and compassionate advice top the list of reasons why Jeannie Phillips, also known as Dear Abby, is honored with this year's Senator William Proxmire Award. Jeannie, along with her late brother Edward Phillips and an anonymous donor, bestowed a $10 million gift to the Mayo Clinic for the Abigail Van Buren's Alzheimer's Disease Research Center in honor of their mother, Pauline Phillips, who originally created the pseudonym Abigail Van Buren for the Dear Abby advice column in 1956. Pauline had Alzheimer's disease and passed away in 2013 at the age of 94. Jeannie and her family share a common vision with the Mayo Clinic to one day find a way to better treat, cure, and prevent this disease. Jeannie Phillips, who worked with her mother from the age of 14, began offering advice as Dear Abby in 1987, sharing the pseudonym Abigail Van Buren. Over the past 6 decades, Dear Abby's columns have helped hundreds of families with the challenges of caregiving. Jeannie tells us about a letter that stands out for her, one her mother received from a loving spouse who signed the letter, Desperate in New York. Dear Abby's answer perfectly captures the spirit of tonight's event. Dear Desperate, you are not alone. Dr. Ron Peterson of the Mayo Clinic could not be with us this evening, but asked that we share this video.
Good evening. I'm Ron Peterson of the Mayo Clinic, and I'm sorry I cannot be with you tonight, but I'm at a meeting of the World Health Organization in Geneva on Alzheimer's disease. But tonight is a special night for Jeannie Phillips because she is receiving the very prestigious Proxmire Award of LeadingAge. I cannot think of anyone who is more deserving than you, Jeannie. The relationship between the Mayo Clinic and the Phillips family goes back 3 generations, and consequently we have named our clinical facility the Abigail Van Buren Alzheimer's Disease Research Clinic to honor the family. And I think that I can speak for the patients, families, that we thank Jeannie for all she has done as an advocate, using the column Dear Abby to help the cause and to be a real proponent for all of us doing Alzheimer's disease research. So Jeannie, congratulations again, and we at Mayo want to thank you for all you do. Enjoy the evening.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the 2015 Senator William Proxmire Award goes to Miss Jeannie Phillips.
Thank you for welcoming me so warmly.
When I was asked if I would accept the Proxmire Award this evening, frankly, I was overwhelmed. I only wish Ellie Proxmire had been able to be here so I could hug her and tell her how grateful that I am. The fight against Alzheimer's disease has special meaning for me. My mother, who is my best friend and mentor, was taken from me by Alzheimer's. I'm not the poster child for recognizing the onset of Alzheimer's disease. Plenty of mistakes were made and many cues were missed. But the only way that I can explain it is I always saw my mother as bigger than life. When non-families saw her begin to falter, nobody told me. It wasn't until her illness was publicly announced in 2002 that people began to tell me things that had been going on since the mid-1980s. You'd think that I would have realized sooner that something was wrong as my mother became progressively disorganized. But to some extent, my mother was always disorganized, as many creative people, including me, are. And my mother was always socially appropriate. She could work a room like a politician. People are dazzled by celebrity, and she was a genius at handling people. Now, my mother has been gone a little over 2 years now, but there is still something I can't let go of, something that still bothers me. One day, as I was leaving her after an editing session, she suddenly grabbed my hand. She turned me to her, looked into my eyes, and said, "I want you to make me a promise." "Sure, Mom," I said. "What is it?" She said, "Promise me no home. Promise me that you will never put me in a home." It came out of nowhere. I could not have been more shocked. "Of course I promise," I answered her. "But what are you trying to tell me? Is something wrong, Mom?" "What's wrong?" "Nothing," she smiled at me. "Nothing is wrong. I just wanted your promise." Well, that promise I made to her that day still troubles me. Senior living facilities weren't as sophisticated then as they are now. My mother had the best, the highest level of home care available. Her caregivers were angels on earth. But I asked myself, what if what she wanted was actually not the best thing for her? Because my mother wasn't in a senior living facility, she missed stimulation that comes from being around others. The field that you are in, the work you do, is the wave of the future. At some point, those of us who are lucky enough to live long enough and can afford it, and I know many of you are working on a solution for that one too, we will probably spend some time with you in a community like yours. Well, I want to thank you for providing the best of care for this burgeoning population, and thank you for inviting me to be with you tonight to receive this outstanding award.
Liviamo negli etti calici più che l'allezza infiora e là fuggevo l'ora s'inebria voluta liviam nel dolci fremiti che suscita d'amore poiché quell'occhio al cuore onnipotente va liviam amor fra i calici più calli bacia fra
voi, tra voi saprò dividere il tempo mio giocondo. Tutto è follia, follia nel mondo, ciò che non è piacer. Godiam fugace rapido il gaudio dell'amore, è un fiore che nasce e muore, né più si può goder. Godiamo, cendita, cendita, un fervido accendo
Celebrate all that our great minds accomplish, helping and working with others, with friends and with family we feel connected, enjoying the music of life. Sometimes we feel disconnected, but we have friends and family.
They help us lift our spirits.
They challenge us to live. 'Cause everything comes in this life has left us away. He challenges us to our good ways, our great minds and good ways, to challenge
It's already been a great evening. It's so exciting to be here with all of you. In preparation for tonight's gala, we worked with several groups of seniors at Iona Wellness and Arts Center to write new words for 3 opera scenes that capture the feelings of accomplishment and challenge that come with Alzheimer's. In the process of writing the celebratory lyrics for our last scene from Verdi's La Traviata, several seniors discussed how sometimes there are feelings of isolation even during times of great celebration. Out of this discussion, they wrote the lyrics for our next scene from The Magic Flute. Tamino's struggle with a dragon becomes a senior's struggle with feelings of isolation and loneliness, even in the midst of a group. In the centers, this fabric becomes that dragon. Tonight, it will become a mantle of loneliness for Tamino. The trio of the 3 ladies then become a trio of supportive friends and caregivers who engage and honor their great minds to expand the world of possibilities.
I'm lonely without you, I need you beside me. I feel disconnected, although they're around me. They're sharing and caring, we all are together, but still I'm alone. Alone I am here, with everyone near. My loneliness surrounding me. My heart and mind are pounding, loneliness surrounding me. How can we show we care? We're here, we care, we'll find a way of getting through. What is your pain? What can we do? Your sadness touches us, we'll move through. Minds are here with you. You've helped us all, we'll help you too. We'll help you smile again. You smile. You smile again. We'll help you smile again.
Oh yes, we help you smile again. Oh yes, we help you smile again. Oh yes, we help you smile again.
We'll help you smile again. We'll help you smile again. We'll help you smile again.
As a final celebration, we'd love all of you to join in the chorus part of this famous aria from Rigoletto. I know these words will be as meaningful for you as they are for the seniors who wrote them. One of them is with us tonight. It is our pleasure to sing them for you now. Please sing along if your heart wishes. Vernice, this is for you.
Life brings us challenges, health, work, just living. Still we are giving all that we have. Health sometimes gets us down, but we don't fool around. Love helps us magnify all that we signify. Life brings us challenge, health, work, just living. Still we are giving all that we can. Lift us up when we're down, all our friends help us out. Lift us up when we're down, all our friends help us out. And our friends help us out. La vita immobile, qual più malavento, muta l'accento e di pensiero, sembri un amabile, leggiadro viso, il pianto in riso è menzognero. La vita immobile, qual più malavento, muta l'accento e di pensiero. Lift us up when we're down, all our friends help us out. Lift us up when we're down, all our friends help us out. Pensiero. We celebrate all that our great minds accomplish through living and working with others. With strength and faith, we feel connected, enjoying our music of life.
All evening long, I was wondering why this guy was walking around in this costume.
I wanted to impress you.
You did.
Oh, thank
you. Did. Weren't they wonderful? Many thanks to Jeannie Phillips and all our award winners tonight, and the impressive work you've done and continue to do for those who have
Alzheimer's disease and suffer from other dementias. Thank you to our friends at Iona, and certainly all of our wonderful musicians. And I want to once again thank our sponsors, whose names appear on the screen at some point. And lastly, now you may pick up your centerpieces if you wish to purchase them. Be sure to have that order form with you and depart from the far back doors for the cashier. Honestly, it's really been an honor to be your MC. I feel as though I've been enriched tonight, and I thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please drive safely. Enjoy the rest of your evening.